Hello, today I'm gonna be talking about a little bit about myself. Not a little, but this might be a longer video since I yap a lot. I talk. So you might not know this, but I have ADHD. You probably can't tell because I do this, I fidget, I move all the time. Um yeah, I have a high case of it. I don't know how to describe it. I take medicine for it every day. Insurance changes sometimes. Never mind. It's annoying. But so I have a lot of things that I've learned about it, and because I'm passionate about it, I like learning about it. I love learning. So one thing that ADHD normally affects things that make people worse in school. I don't know if it makes me better, but I am good in school. Like, just another thing about me is I'm in all honors, which is my school's high ability classes. Um, which includes algebra. I'm in middle school, so normal people are doing pre-algebra. I'm in algebra because I did pre-algebra last year. So I'm actually doing a high school class right now, multiple actually, but I'll talk about that after. Um, I have I'm in honors writing. I don't know how I'm in that. I was in honors LA, which makes sense. I am not good at writing. I'm good at reading. I'm not good at writing, but I am. Speaking of reading, I'm in honors reading as well as social studies, which is probably my most stressful class, by the way. The way he does it is, I don't know, it just weirds out my brain. I still do it though. And then I'm doing one of my favorite classes so far is facts. I just learned how to do CPR, and eventually I'll get my certification. So soon I'll be CPR certified. So yippee! But so that's that, and then I'm also in Spanish, which is also a high school class. I couldn't pick any other language. Spanish was the only one, but it's actually a lot easier than I thought. Like, ¿cómo estás? That's how are you. I know a few phrases, but currently we're doing the verb ser, which is like to be, but it has a bunch of different meanings. Like, there's soy, which is I am, which is also a version of ser. There's eres, which is the familiar version of you are. Then there is the formal version of you are, which is s, and then he is and she is s as well. Then there's somos, which is we are, and then there's sois, which is you all are, but early and familiar in Spain. Then there is you all everywhere else, formal and familiar, and that's and the way you say that is you all are is son, and then son is they are, and they are again. So, sorry. Right, I'm doing that. Get off topic again. See, I have ADHD. Right, so I'm doing good classes. I've taken 2 high school classes, all honors, and then next semester I'll be taking another high school class as well. So that's nice. I had like one bad teacher, and it was in 5th grade. She So just let me just tell you a story. This is just gonna be this will be a long video of me just telling a bunch of stories of my life that I want to. And so we were reading a very, very like simplified version of Midsummer Night's Dream, right? And one of the characters is from Greek mythology. I can't remember what's the name, which hero it is from Greek mythology, but and someone we were doing a little paper on like the personality traits or whatever, and someone said like asked out loud, "Who's in the name?" I think it was CC. So I might be wrong. Someone check me on that. But and I said, "Oh, he's a guy. He's a dude from Greek mythology." That's all I said. That's all I remember saying. Right. My teacher then said, "No, you're wrong. He's not from Greek mythology." Right. I went home that night to my theater major mom. Right. She did the play. He is in fact from Greek mythology. Right. So she kindly texted my teacher saying, "Hey, I know he was probably off topic, but don't be you shouldn't don't he doesn't like it when you say he's wrong in front of everyone, and so maybe you could have said that's cool, but that's off topic, so blah blah blah, right, something like that. I can't remember exactly. She never responded. Then in parent teacher meetings, she told my parents that she didn't think I was gonna make it in middle school. I got to middle school and instantly got moved to all honors. Like first I ready, I think, or whatever, instantly. So I'm obviously made it in middle school, and I've been doing well in middle school. But yeah, that was not my worst year. Then before I knew I had ADHD, my parents already thought I did, but but apparently one dude pushed me down the slide in kindergarten, and somehow going down the slide, I slapped him 3 times. I don't know how I did that, but then that's what made them realize I had to go get medicine. So now I have medicine for ADHD. Speaking of medicine, also this is not gonna be grouped up or anything. One thing I've learned about medicine is when I don't take it, I feel more like myself, but I feel less in control. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like when I don't take it, when I don't take my medicine, I feel more like myself. I'm more hyper. I'm more talkative. I'm more me. I feel more like me. But then I also feel like I'm less in control of myself. Like I'm more me, but I'm less controlled. I don't dislike my medicine or anything, but I don't know. It's a weird feeling to me. Some of my hyperfixations. So I got hyperfixated on the movie on Flipped, which is that's funny about it. So we started reading it for school, right? When I asked her to start reading, I was like, I swear, if they get together in the end, I'm gonna be so upset, right? Like I hate this is so generalized, right? After reading, I was like, why aren't they together? Why? No, I literally I hate writing, as I said, right? I was so I wanted the ending so badly that I wrote typed an ending. Like that's how much I needed it. And I watched the movie version because like I don't want to reread stuff. I watched the movie version like 35 times, and there were some parts I could quote. Yeah, just a small hyperfixation. But another hyperfixation I had was on Greek mythology, which I've talked a little bit about. I was obsessed with it. I learned about all the gods and goddesses. I have some photos in it, right? Another one was Supernatural, the TV show. I got out of that. I used to dress. I loved it so much. I dressed like the character, you know. So yeah, but I've gotten out of it. Um, wait. So okay. So new category. My favorite books include things like Harry Potter. Just saw this and saw this and reminded me of it. Right. So Harry Potter. I like graphic novels. Like I read the FNAF novels, some of them, and then I read Percy Jackson was one of my other favorites. By the way, if you think the Harry Potter movie is better than the books, or the Percy Jackson movie is better than the books, you're wrong and get out. I mean, you can still watch my stuff. You can still watch my stuff, but really, I'm very adamant, especially the Percy Jackson movies. They're nothing like the books. Sorry about that. I'm sometimes a psychopath. Also, I also don't like Hercules the movie, though I like it as its own thing. If Hercules the movie, the Disney one, was its own thing, I would be okay with it. But the fact that they make it trying to make it based on the Greek mythology and fail horribly, I don't like that. You know, I like the Hades in it is cool, but he's not the actual Hades. Also, speaking of Hades, in my opinion, Hades is one of the most trustful gods. Like, I don't know why, but like, if you made a deal with Hades, as long as you keep up your end, he'll follow his up. Like Orpheus, I'm very adamant. If he were not to have looked back, then she would have gotten her back. Like nothing at nothing, but and not in like the ones where like story like I was when I was once to pick your own adventure story of it, and I picked to not look back, right? And what it did was there was a cloud above her, so she was never out of the dark. He wouldn't do that. Never. He wouldn't. I'm very adamant about he would not do that. So I got off topic again. I'm so good at staying on topic. So my favorite TV shows. Okay, favorite TV shows are probably Stranger Things and Supernatural. I love them. They're amazing. Speaking of Stranger Things, I have this. I love Squishmallows, by the way. Like I have a whole bunch of them. Right. I like Marvel as well. I'm just listing things I like for some reason. I'm trying to get you to know me more. Like I don't know. I recently been playing D&D. I'm out of DM for the first time. I've made a character for the first time as well, so wish me luck. I'm excited about it. I have a whole story planned out. I'm gonna be evil, kind of. One of my. I hope. Honestly, I hope my D&D party isn't watching right now. But one of my D&D party members wants a dog, right? So I'm gonna use a dog to manipulate them, because I'm gonna make some. Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna give anything else away, but it will lead them. Following the dog will lead them to where they meet the BBG, and I plan on making the BBG, which is Big Bad Evil Guy. If you didn't know, I love it. It's so funny, but the BBG is gonna be basically, he's gonna be weak, kind of like, not he's gonna be strong, but not have a lot of health. Like, I'm gonna build him up as like this buff dude who can't be defeated, right? But then once I actually fight him, he's gonna be easy to beat. But he has powerful allies. He's very good at taming beasts. So I might, if they get high enough level, I might even have him have it so he has a Tresk tamed. Like, I plan on sending a lot of monsters at them based on that are sent by him. But he also his reasoning is just he's bored, literally. So yeah, that I'm excited for that. Though we will have to do one shot since I'm doing a D&D club. By the way, we only have 45 minutes for a session. It's crazy, like not enough time. But yeah, so I love D&D now. Honestly, I don't get to play enough though. I bought some books about it, whatever, right? I don't know. I don't know what else to say really, but so yeah, I do well. I do good in school and things like that. My ADHD is I like having ADHD. It makes me feel special, you know. Also, I'm very adamant about being myself. I try not to be like anyone else. I try to be myself. I try. I'm not good. I'm not always best at it. Like I sometimes still join bandwagon. Like I use the word "briz" a lot now, which is bandwagoning, right? But so I do some things, but I try to be myself. Like one of my phrases that I made in elementary school was "weird means different, and different is good," and I still believe that. I am weird. Don't be afraid to call me weird. I am weird. I am happy about it. I love being weird. I like being weird is my thing. I'm a weird annoying kid. I don't want to be the annoying kid, but I am. So yeah. Also in elementary school, I got bullied a lot. Or not a lot. But the reason is I'm very loud when I'm angry. It's easy to get me angry, and when I'm angry, I'm loud. So they would do quiet things to make me mad, and then I would be loud, so I would get in trouble. And then when the teacher asked me what happened, I would be yelling, so they'd ignore me. So yeah, I got bullied. I got bullied, but I've kind of overcame it. Another reason I got bullied was because I've I've worn dresses to school and I've worn makeup to school. By the way, my pronouns are still he, him. I'm a boy. I'm adamant about that. I like girls. I'm not gay or anything. I'm straight. Though I do support all of them. Like LGBTQ, LGBT, you know what I mean. LGBTQ plus, I support. I am not part of it, but I support them. Like, um, I don't judge anyone for it. But like, why should you? It doesn't matter to me. Like, you're still people. I don't judge people, except for one thing. I judge them based on how they act. I don't judge them for how they look. I don't judge them for who they like. I don't judge them for what they do in their free time or anything. What I judge them for is how they act. Like if someone's bullying me, of course I'm gonna judge them. I'm gonna discriminate against them if they're bullying me. As my teacher said, discrimination can be good, but only if you. So don't discriminate against people of different races or anyone of LGBT plus or any of that. But people discriminate all the time. Like if someone's bullying you, you're gonna discriminate them and not give them the same rights as you give your best friend. You know, you treat your best friend differently than you treat your bully. That's technically discrimination. So the only time that I like judge people and are that also I'm. You know, people say don't like egg people on, or don't like if someone's being mean to you, don't kill them with kindness. I do that, but I don't. Like sometimes I do that, but most of the time it's just like I just make a snarky comment back. Like I ignore them and just make a snarky comment back. Also, I don't know if this is bad, but I have started making fun of myself. That way they can't make fun of me. Like I call myself fat and whatever. But I don't think it hurts my mental health. I'm like I don't feel depressed. Like I don't have suicidal thoughts or anything. I love my life. Like there are times where I say I hate it, but I don't really ever. Like I love my life. Also, if you can hear my dad's working over there and right next to the room, so you might hear him. But yeah, I love my life. I love my life a lot. So yeah. Um, don't know what else to say about that. But so my favorite holiday is Halloween, mainly because if I didn't, my parents would disown me. But just kidding, they wouldn't actually. But I like it because I get, you know those skeletons you get from the Halloween stores. I love that. Also, recently, I used to be terrified of like the haunted houses, even the haunted house in the Children's Museum. I was a baby, right? But recently, I've actually gone to more haunted houses. I like not recently. Last year, I went to actual haunted houses, and it was amazing. Like I loved it. I especially loved seeing my mom get scared. But I literally like had so much fun. Right? Then, oh, also another fun story, just based on like Halloween kind of. When I was really young, this dude for Halloween had his chainsaw out. He didn't have a chain on it, so it couldn't hurt you, right? And he revved it in front of to scare a bunch of kids. Everyone else ran away. I went up and gave the dude a hug. I don't know how that person became the person who was scared of the Children's Museum haunted house. Like one time, I was so scared that one of like the clown people had to like ask if I was okay. I'm better now, or I'm trying to be. I'm scared of a lot of things, or what? Trying to be better. Like insects and arachnids, I was terrified of them. I still kind of am. Like I hate that, and I still have irrational thoughts a lot of time about monsters and things, but I've got better at that. If I had to say my true biggest fear now, like I don't show it often, but my biggest fear is I'm gonna say, my biggest fear is losing all my friends. I don't know why I'm like crying now. But, like so last year I had three more friends than I had now because they left. One of them, he moved often, and actually it was even worse because right before that I had kind of like we messed up our friendship. So the last day we finally made up. So it was so, and then what's worse is his mom took away his phone and gave it to his little sister, and his little sister blocked all of me and my friends' numbers. So now we can't talk to him either. And he was like one of my best friends. Like it makes me sad to think about it even. But yeah, and then there were also two other people who moved after school ended, so now I don't see them. And one of them I don't talk to often anymore because I don't see them. You know, the other one I don't. The other one the other one is better friends with one of my other friends, so I sometimes talk to him and play Roblox with him. But otherwise, yeah. I don't. I'm actually like on the verge of tears. Like that makes me so sad losing friends because I have trouble making them. That's why. I've always had trouble making them. I actually was starting. I think I was. If I would have stayed in elementary school longer, or had the same feeling I'd had in elementary school, I might actually be depressed. Like I'm not. But if had stayed in elementary school, I might have because in elementary school I became so hated that I felt like I was alone and I had no friends, and I kind of did. Like there are people who weren't mean to me, but people were either mean to me, didn't really talk to me, like didn't care, like we weren't friends, but like didn't judge me really. So it was actually like so much. Like I think I if I remember correctly, I think I had bad thoughts back then. I don't even know if I've talked to my parents up there. So if you're watching me, parents, yeah, I think that. But I'm better now. But once I went to middle school, a lot of things got better. Like my teacher was not bad anymore, and then I made a lot of new friends for other school districts because in my school there weren't as many weird kids as there were now. So now I've made friends with almost all the weird kids. So it's I'm actually have a lot of friends now, and it's nice, you know. Of course people do leave, and since there's weird kids, they're all psychopathic sometimes, including myself. Like, one time, one of them is sometimes a psychopath, like, and you don't want to be near him for them, and other times I'm like, well, I'm being upset. He's like, calm down, Aiden, it's fine. I'm like, how are you the same person? You know? Sometimes he's more psychopathic and more loud and angry than me, and then other times I'm in a bad mood and he's helping me. It's just weird, you know? Like, I don't mind it, but it's weird. And a lot of my friends are like that. Like, we all have our different things. I try to be as nice to everyone as I can be, other than the bullies, obviously, but I'm not the best at making friends. Like, I'm the weird, annoying kid, you know? So, who want to hang out with me? I have my friends, so I don't really care. As long as I have my friends, the weird kids or whatever, I'm fine. I don't have classes with them, but they're still my friends. And I do have one new recent friend who's also a nerd, kind of. I'm a nerd. I am a weird nerd. I am a weird, annoying nerd. I'm okay with being called that. I'm fat, or I look fat, I think, kind of. But I'm bigger. I'm not. I didn't mean I'm fat. I mean I'm bigger and I'm not athletic for sure. Like, I'm trying to cut down eating actually though, because I am pretty big. So I'm not fat yet. I don't think, but if I keep going like how I am now, or how I was, I will get fat. So yeah, I'm probably better now. Um, in my free time, I watch YouTube really. There's one good series I'm watching, right? Um, Let me just shout out someone I love. Honestly, like, he is amazing. His name is I think Popcross Studios. I don't know if there's studios, but if you haven't watched him, go watch him. He's awesome, especially if you love art and stories. Like, his videos aren't even videos; they're books. Like, he makes books now, but I mean, he literally is a master at writing. Like, he once was an animator, I think, but then now he um like uses an iPad or something to draw these beautiful artworks and then makes stories for them. He makes his characters. It's awesome. Like, and then um one of the things I love about him is, instead of saying like, "Oh, subscribe, guys," and like, he says, um like if subscribe, like if you want, subscribe if you feel like it. But either way, enjoy the show. Like, I love that because it's like he's not making you subscribe or anything, but he's still asking for it. Like, I don't know, and also something that he did. I thought of not knowing he did it. Like, I thought of it before he did it. I don't know. This is what my plan was for being a YouTuber. I'm gonna do the video games or whatever, and like being like do all the things I loved watching. I love watching now, right? But I was also gonna try to have a good message of how to be better, because in the things I've learned about ADHD and things like that. What he does now is inspiring messages at the end of the videos. Like, it was almost the same idea. I did except mine would be at the start. I haven't done them yet because I'm still not that experienced. I'm not wise, as they say. But yeah, so I don't know. But he go check him out. He's awesome. I don't say he's currently in my hyperfixation now. I think I watched his Multiversal Tales series. It's awesome. He's a master at writing. Like, he is. There have been two characters who I hated completely, and like whatever. Like, I know I disliked them. Right? They did horrible acts, and now I'm like, I swear if they die, I'm gonna be so mad, because he did a redemption arc and he did it perfectly. Like, it feels natural. Though their redemption arc is natural. It's not like pushed or anything. It's natural. Like, yeah. If you want to learn more, go watch him. Like, I'll link. I'll if I figure it out, I'll link him in the description. Is it? I don't know, but he's awesome. So yeah. Again, off topic. I have no idea what I was gonna say now, but what was I saying? So, okay, if you have ADHD, that's kind of like, I feel you. It's hard sometimes, especially if you're hyper and then have anger issues, which is what I have. I'm mixed, so I have anger issues, impulsive issues, and hyper. Yippee! But yeah, so there's another dude, I can't remember his name, but he shows ADHD very well. But some of the greatest minds had ADHD, but also I'm very okay. Hold on, I just figured out something else I want to say. I don't know why I do this, but I try to think of the future a lot, right? I try to think of the worst situation as well because so I'm prepared for it, right? But for some reason my brain like can't. I can't think of the bad situation. I think of a bad situation, my brain instantly comes with things that are good from it. I'm like, I don't know. I can't fully imagine myself like failing. I don't know why. I can't imagine myself not being a popular YouTuber. I don't know why. It's so weird. Like, do any of you else feel that? My brain's like I try to not be optimistic, and my brain can't be. It's weird, you know. What else was I saying? Oh, hold on. My brain is not always working right. Uh, yeah, this just shows how much how ADHD has affected me, right? You know. Oh, something I hate really badly: homework. Homework is the worst. But wanna know why it's the worst? So when I come home, and homework, I complain, right? Which then makes my parents mad. So then we have a fight. So then, whenever I get homework, I think, oh, I'm gonna have to fight with my parents now, which means it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think I'm gonna have a fight with my parents, so I'm upset about homework. So then I'm upset and whining, which then makes them upset. So then I have an argument, which then it's so annoying. Other things I do, I'm in Boy Scouts. It's nice, you know. Though it's a lot of work sometimes, and I want to be an Eagle Eagle Scout just because of how it looks on the resume. But and it's fun sometimes, but other times it's not. Like bugs are kind of annoying, but I've tried to deal with them, and yeah, I don't know. Um, if you know me, you know I like arguing. I love arguing, honestly, but I almost always try to play like the other side, which sometimes makes me feel mad. Like some people who are very political get mad. My opinion on politics, not saying anything. I don't care about them. Don't talk about politics. It's stupid. Both sides are stupid. Whatever. Um, I'm not a very religious person, by the way. Um, I'm technically I think I'm Catholic, but I'm not really anymore. Like I was raised Catholic, kind of, but I was like my parents. I got baptized, and that's it. I've not gone through any other steps. I've not even really read the Bible. Like I believe in God, and I believe that, but I believe in my own version, kind of. But I won't judge you for any other religion. As long as you don't judge anyone else, I don't care what you are. Like if I don't care what religion you are, I don't care what race you are, I don't care anything. Unless you make fun of other people because of that. Like if you make fun of other people because they're not your religion, you're stupid. I'm sorry, I'm very adamant about that. Like, um, I don't care what you believe, what your beliefs are, what you look like. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is how you treat other people. You know. Also, not dissing anything, but I want to find something I find funny, but also annoying, like stupid. In the Bible, I'm pretty sure. I mean, a lot of it talks about not being evil and being a good person and helping others, right? Yet there are a bunch of wars that are fought over religion. And almost all in all religions, it almost always says, "Oh, be kind to others," right? Don't right. Yet religion is what people fight about all the time. So you shouldn't fight about religion. You shouldn't fight about politics. You shouldn't fight about anything. Be a good person. Be kind to others. If they have different beliefs, talk to them. Like, my scoutmaster is more religious person than me, right? So one time we had amazing talk. Like we stayed up late at summer camp, and we talked about religion and we talked about a bunch of other stuff that are normally considered like touchy subjects. But since everyone there was respectful to each other and respected each other's ideas, I managed to learn a lot about religion and a lot about how other people's beliefs are. I loved it. It was actually super fun. Like if you're having a good debate where both sides are respect the other ones and don't mind and like aren't trying to sway each other, just talking, it's nice. Like talking about religion and talking about politics is nice if people don't have too strong of beliefs and try to turn you. It was I enjoyed it really much. So don't be like a jerk. That's honestly the message. Message of the video: don't be a jerk. I'm starting to run out of things to like. Um, Interesting facts. Kind of. I've never seen Star Wars, but I love lightsabers and things. You know, I don't know. I don't watch many shows or movies. I more watch YouTube. Though I do like some. I do watch some, especially with my family. And I like when stories. I don't. I whenever a story ends, especially if it's really long, like Supernatural, it kind of hurts me mentally, which is not good. Like, cause then I feel lost. I feel like there's nothing else to do. I spent so much of my life watching this TV show or watching these videos, and then now it's just like they're over. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So, but then eventually I get over it. Yeah, I try to go with the flow, but I'm not always good at that. When I'm going with the flow and not worried about anything, that's when I have the most fun. But that's pretty hard. This year has been the most stressful year for me so far. Every other grade, I didn't have nearly as much homework, and I didn't have to worry about it as much. Now I do. It's not over. It's not over stressful, but it's still pretty stressful. So yeah, I really don't know what else to say. Um, that might be it. Actually, I love history, by the way. Um, but I also like, I like learning about history. I don't, because honestly, it's important to learn from people's mistakes. You know. Oh, I'm an only child. My mom unfortunately had two miscarriages. It's sad. Mm. Although the story is the one I remember, really. I don't remember the other one. So I was like, I think I was younger, a lot younger, and I was playing on my phone downstairs, right, in my living room, and then suddenly my mom's like, I don't know, screaming, but like very stressed out and anxious, and we have to just leave and go to the hospital, and when we go to the hospital, I don't like I know why we're there, but I also like I'm stressed out, but I found what it was she was pregnant and she was bleeding, so that meant the baby had died, kind of, or could mean. So when we went there and the baby was dead, yeah, my mom. It still hurts my mom to think about it. Um, so yeah, I have no siblings, and I won't ever really, because I don't plan on having another kid. So the grass is always greener on the other side because anyone who has siblings that I talk to says it's better without them. But I feel lonely without them because say you're playing Super Smash Bros. And you have a sibling, they can play with you, they can fight you, right? They might not be good, but you can still play with them. I can't. I have no one to play Super Smash Bros. With or any of them. You know. You might be able to hear my mom. I don't know what she's talking about, but so I'm sorry. Some of these things in this video are sad for me, but most of them are happy. I am a happy person. Oh, another weird thing. I keep remembering things, right? That's why I waited a sec. So I'm a very optimistic person and always think of like good things in my life, right? But for some reason, you give me a writing prop that could be could be turned bad. I turn it bad, very bad. Like, sorry if you can hear my parents. So we were there. If I don't remember what, but like, so, like, what was it called? I don't know. I can't check either. But it's the one. It's the one they're on Saturn and it doesn't. You can't see the sun on Saturn for most of the year except for one time. And this one girl who was recently taken from Earth missed the sun and wanted to see the sun, right? And the day was the day she could see the sun. Right before it came out, they locked the people, the other students and kids locked her in the closet, and she missed it. Right, and then we were tasked with writing an ending to it. Right. Um, I, for some reason, my brain thought that would mean she commits suicide. So in my story, she commits suicide, and I describe how the teacher or something finds her. Yeah, my parents got talked to, and basically I said, I'm not suicidal or anything. That's how I imagined the story to go, and I was fine with it. Like, it was fine. I got good grade, but for some reason I write dark. When we were tasked with writing urban legend story based on urban legend, I chose Wendigo because I had recently watched the Wendigo Supernatural episode or whatever. Yeah. And in it, I describe cannibalism and things, right? Wendigo psychosis is a real thing, by the way. And basically it's homicidal thoughts, suicidal thoughts, and cannibalistic thoughts, as well as a bunch of other things. But it makes you a cannibal, kind of like. And so in some ancient traditions, you can solve it by like freezing it or something. But yeah, I don't know if you actually can. Right, but in my story, I described blood soaking the earth and the feeling. I had to look up the feeling of organs. Yeah, I didn't get in trouble though. It worked, but none of my friends wanted to read it, so yeah, I'm very gory sometimes, and then um, but in real life, like I'm not. I don't know. It's weird. It's like I take out all my bad thoughts on the writing instead of actually think them. You know. I asked my lunch table makes so many bad jokes. Like honestly, if a teacher walked by while we were saying any of them, we'd probably be in big trouble. Like if a teacher nearby, I have to tell my friends to make sure they don't say anything stupid. You know, that's probably a shared experience, but I don't break the rules really. Um, I'm a rule follower, and normally I'm actually I like don't I'm very I'm responsible kind of on my own. Like I'll listen to the teacher. I do what I'm told, right? But you put me by any of my friends, and suddenly I feel like I'm more like myself. So I make more inappropriate jokes and things like that, right? So yeah, I don't know. I love my life, but there are some bad things about it. But mostly I'm good. Cause I'm an early child, and like I get basically whatever I want. I have a whole loft area up to myself. I have my room as well. Yeah. Oh, that's what I forgot. I was forgetting something. So every year, my middle school does a musical. I'm always in it because I love musicals. My mom is a theater major, and I love acting. It's really fun. Um, off topic, but about acting. Recently, I don't know if it's good, but recently I've been getting better at gaslighting people. Like I'll steal one of my friend's pencils, right? And they'll be like, "Aiden, give it back," right? I'm like, "I don't have it. I literally don't have it, bro. What? I don't have your pencil. I don't know where it went." Like I act distressed because when I actually mean I'm honest. When I'm actually honest, I'm angry when someone accuses me of something. So it's probably not good that I'm getting better at gaslighting people, and eventually they'll like stop asking me, and I actually start asking other people, and then I just pull it out, smile, and say I had it. But they did me one time. My friend dropped his pencil, fell off his chair, and he couldn't find it, and he asked me, and then I tried, and I actually didn't know, and he was like, I know you did it," and I was like, this is funny, but I actually didn't this time. I didn't find it, but so yeah, that kind of it was a funnier and less violent version of the boy who cried wolf. You know. Sometimes I can steal things without anyone noticing, which is probably not a good thing. I mean, I always give back. Like I'm not a thief. I don't need it anyway, and I always steal small things to give them back. I don't know why, but it's probably indicative of some other bigger problem that I have. But whatever. Musical, yeah. I always did musical, and actually that's where I meet some of my best friends. It's where I meet people of other grades, especially like I have some friends that are in seventh grade now that I wouldn't have like had been friends with if I didn't go to the musical, and I love the musical. For me, it's amazing. They're all most of them are nice and cool, and yeah, like it's fun. I don't know what else to say. Something feels off again. I don't know. Yeah. So, thank you for watching my video, I guess. Bye!